Hi everyone. Are you looking for the summary and explanation of the story The Treasure in the Forest by J.H. Wells? If so, you are in the right video. Please watch the video thoroughly to get the complete summary. If you are new to Teach Nepal, please subscribe to it because your subscription will really encourage us to create some better content in the days to come, and you'll get to watch these videos instantly. Now let's get started. This is the fourth story under grade 12 compulsory English, The Treasure in the Forest, written by J.H. Wells. So here you will get the summary and explanation as well as the exercises of this lesson. So before we start, we need to find out what is meant by treasure. So treasure, it means some kind of jewels and other hidden properties in the forest there, as you can see it in the picture. Now let me get started with the description or background of the author. J.H. Wells, his full name here we can see Herbert George Wells, was an English novelist and journalist. He is best known for his science fiction novels. So other information you can collect it from here. Now let's see the characters. The major characters of this story, they are Evans, Hooker. These two friends, they are the major characters. The secondary characters we can see Chang He and Chinaman. These are the this is China name or Chinese name we call Chang He. These are the characters of the story. These Evans and Hooker, they go to collect the treasures in the forest, and they face some problems, and they even committed their life there. Setting of the story, this is the shipwrecked Spanish galleon, or that the forest where they collected the treasure. This is the setting. The style is the third person narrative. This is the style of the story. Now the plot here you could see. If you see the plot from exposition to resolution, exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution, you can completely understand the story, right? If you go through these things, the story will be clear and you will be having an image inside your mind, there, right? At first, exposition, Evans and Hooker kill a Chinaman, Chang He, and stole his map to rebury the treasure, because they had found that this Chang he won some treasure, or he had that map where those treasures were buried. Rising action, they headed towards the direction shown in the map. So climax, Evans and Hooker identified the spot indicated on the map. They found a dead body of a Chinaman who had been looking for the treasure. As they can see half exposed yellow bars of gold in the hole he had been digging. They found the man, but he was lying dead, and he was digging there. He was reburying the gold, right? They could see the yellow parts half exposed there. Falling action, they loaded. Evan and Hooker, they loaded as much gold as they could while picking up the gold ingots. Ingots we call means that the shape of the gold, in that brick shaped gold, right? Or we call biscuits of gold. They feel a thorn prick that Chang He had protected his treasure with thorns similar to those the Dayak's poison, means Dayak people are use गर्ने that we call needle shape thorn, right? So that type of thorn was used there to protect his treasure, and it was poisonous also. So both of them were pricked. At last, finally, resolution, Hooker lies dying alongside the still quivering body of his companion. So both of them were quivering, and Hooker died at first there, and his friend was Ivan was his body was quivering. It was just trembling there, and in this way both of them died. Now let me get started with the summary. The story entitled this would be the story entitled The Treasure in the Forest, written by J.H. Wells. Is somehow like a suspense story, which is about the two treasure hunters, Evan and Hooker, who have murdered a Chinese man to steal his map, and that locates a buried stash of gold ingots. Hooker studied the map, and after they got the map, Hooker studied the map, which the narrator revealed that they stole from a Chinaman, Chang He, whom they murdered during the theft. Chang He had by chance discovered the treasure left behind by a shipwrecked Spanish galleon and had decided to rebury it. After they found the map, they planned to go to rebury those treasures there. The map was somehow unclear, right? The map somehow puzzled them. Evans and Hooker, though parts of it covered by little dashes pointing in every direction, but somehow it was pointing them the direction. Evan and Hooker identified the spot indicated on the map, and after beaching their canoe, after going on board there, they struck into the interior of the island through the forest. They soon discovered the identifying piles of stone there. त्यहाँ चाहिँ ढुङ्गाको चाङहरू देख्यो उनीहरूले, just as the map said, म्यापमा भने जस्तै, but alongside it lay the purple and swollen body. जब उनीहरू त्यो pile of stone ढुङ्गाको त्यो चाङ भए ठाउँमा पुगे, they saw a dead body of Chinaman who had evidently himself been looking for the treasure. जो चाहिँ त्यो treasure आफै खनिरहेको थियो. As they could see some half exposed yellow bars of gold in the hole he had been digging. उनीहरूले चाहिँ त्यो मान्छेले चाइनाम्यानले खनिरहेको देखिन्थ्यो. त्यो गोल्डको येल्लो बारहरू चाहिँ they were half exposed. The men assumed the Chinaman to have been one of the Chang He's associates. Chang He को कोही एउटा associate हुनुपर्छ अथवा त्यहाँ चाहिँ उ चाहिँ right help गर्ने मान्छे हुनुपर्छ भनेर उनीहरूलाई लागिरहेछ, because he was there, who had decided to try and claim the treasure for himself, right? Who had decided to try, आफूले चाहिँ सहयोगी भए तापनि उसले आफूले त्यो ट्रेजर लिएर जान लागिरहेको थियो, अथवा he was about to claim the treasure for himself, आफ्नो लागि नै त्यो ट्रेजर उसले क्लेम गर्न लागिरहेको थियो. Evans started then, you see, to pick up the gold ingots to take them back to the canoe. Gold ingots भनेको चाहिँ as you can see it in the picture, पिक्चरमा देखाइए जस्तै, right? यो गोल्डको बिस्केटलाई चाहिँ we call ingots. But as he does so, he feels a thorn prick. जब उनीहरूले चाहिँ गोल्ड इनगोट्स कलेक्ट गर्दै थिए, राइट, त्यहाँ चाहिँ इभानलाई चाहिँ एउटा थ्रोन काँडाले घोचे जस्तो फिल हुन्छ. The two men loaded as much of the gold as they can drag, they could drag to the boat in Ivan's jacket. इभानको ज्याकेटमा चाहिँ उठाउँदै उनीहरूले बोटमा त्यो चाहिँ राखेर हुन्छन्. And set up. But after about 100 yards, right, 100 yards मा पुगिसकेपछि इभान्स आर्म started to ache, हैन, उसको आर्म चाहिँ दुख्न थाल्यो. He became sweaty and he began to convulse, right? एकदम पसिना छुट्न थाल्यो, and he lay down there, right? Hooker in rearranging the ingots, अब एउटा साथी चाहिँ ढलिसक्यो इभान, right? Because you see the thorn, they were prickly thorn, or they were the poisonous thorns. Hooker in rearranging the ingots on the jacket after Ivan's collapse himself felt a thorn prick, and next time चाहिँ, right, Hooker felt it and at last realized the meaning of the little dashes on the map. म्यापमा भएको लिटिल ड्यासेसको अर्थ चाहिँ के रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ there were the prickly thorns, right? Chang He had protected his treasure with thorns similar to those the Dayak's poison and used in their blowing tubes, right? Chang He ले चाहिँ आफ्नो treasureहरू protect गर्नको लागि, treasure protect गर्नको लागि he had used that Dayak poisons, right? भनेको चाहिँ एउटा needle shape भाला जस्तो काँडा जस्तो हुन्छ, right? जसमा चाहिँ poisonous केही कुरा राखेको, right? And because of that people would even die, right? When it pricked them, people will die. So the same thing happened to those two friends, those two characters of the story, Ivan and Hooker. They died, right, while they were hunting for the treasure in the forest. This shows somehow they were not well prepared for this, हैन, उनीहरु चाहिँ अब त्यसको लागि चाहिँ well prepared नभएको पनि देखिन्छ हामी, right? Though they went for hunting the treasure, they didn't have any other plan about the safety, हैन, अब कसरी सेफ हुने भन्ने कुराहरु उनीहरुले सोच्नु भएनन्, right? So there you see Ivan cried, silent and motionless, save for a horrible spasmodic twitching of his limbs. The forest was silent. Then Hooker began to suck furiously at the little pink spot on the ball of his thumb, sucking for dear life, right? आफ्नो फिङ्गरमा चाहिँ as it pricked there, right? After finger चुस्न थाल्यो, right? But it didn't make it any good, right? It was sucking was no good. Abruptly he stopped and sitting down by the pile of the ingots and resting his chin upon his hands and his elbows upon his knees, started at the distorted but still quivering body of his companion, already discussed there. At last we could see the story ends as Hooker lies dying alongside the still quivering body of his companion. At last both of them died there, right? Because Chang he had protected all his treasures, right, in such a way that those people who came to rebury his treasures, they would die because of those prickly thorns or because of those poisonous dayaks, right, or dayak poisons. Anyway, let's see the analysis and interpretation. The main idea of the treasure in the forest is to tell us don't take risks when you are not well prepared. If you are not well prepared, you should not have any risks, right? We must prepare before going anywhere, right? Before going anywhere, we must prepare well there, right? नेपालीमा एउटा उखान छ हैन, हामी चाहिँ स्यालको चाहिँ हन्ट गर्न जाँदैछौँ भने, फक्सको हन्ट गर्न जाँदैछौँ भने बाघलाई मार्न सक्ने चाहिँ त्यो खालको हामीसँग चाहिँ वेपन्सहरू अथवा हामीसँग इक्विपमेन्ट्सहरू हुनुपर्छ भन्छ. So that we can make our plan well executed, right? And the end of greed is destructive, right? Greed ले गर्दा चाहिँ destruction निम्त्याएको छ. We must focus and understand each thing before making any decision on it, otherwise its result is bad, like Evans and Hooker, right? This story represents that greed is the big enemy of a person and also shows the weakness of money and wealth. भनेको greed भनेको मान्छेको सबभन्दा ठुलो शत्रु हो, right? र पैसाले अथवा सम्पत्तिले चाहिँ मान्छेहरूलाई सबैभन्दा कमजोर बनाउँछ. द्याट इज आवर विकनेस, हैन? त्यसले गर्दा मान्छेहरू आफ्नो लाइफलाई पनि रिस्कमा दाउमा लगाउन सक्छ, राइट? टिट फर ट्याट, हैन? तिमी जस्तो गर्छौ त्यस्तै बोक्छौ. तिमीले सुरुमा चाहिँ इभान एन्ड हुकर दे मर्डर चाइनाम्यान, राइट? So because of that they also died themselves, right? They also got those dayak poisons or those prickly thorns on their body and they died there. So karma and justice, this is well justified in that way. Now let's see the themes of this story. Suspense thriller. It's suspense thriller, right? Somehow it's about crime and murder, right? It's about greed of those two characters, Ivan and greed. Sorry, Ivan and Hooker. They had a greed for this treasure in the forest, right? Temptation, just like greed, and destruction. Because of that, they had to sacrifice their life, or right? They died there. Safety. They didn't apply any safety measures while they were going for hunting the treasures in the forest. Preparedness. They were not well prepared, right? They took risks. They had risks, but they didn't apply or they didn't execute any safety measures for this. So in this way we come to the end of this lesson, everyone. So here I presented you the plot overview of this story, its summary, analysis and themes. I hope you have got this, right? This shows how the two friends, Ivan and Hooker, they plan to hunt the treasure in the forest without any well preparedness. Because of that, they died themselves in the forest, right? I'm sorry, they died there in the forest. So exercise from the textbook, please. You see, as the video would be so long here, somehow in the next video I'm about to upload the exercises, all the exercises of this textbook or of this for this story. Please watch our next video for the exercises. Thank you so much for watching the video. How did you like the video? Please write your response in the comment section below. If you like the video and want to watch such videos, please subscribe to our channel Teach Nepal and press the notification bell icon. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe and healthy. We'll meet in the next video series. Bye everyone.